Have you ever felt like you're not quite ahead in life? Like others always seem to have an edge? What if I told you there are psychological techniques that could help level the playing field? But with a twist. In today's video, we're diving into the top 5 dark psychology tricks you can use ethically and with mindfulness. And yes, these come from a surprising source: Buddhist teachings. Let's explore. Now, dark psychology often sounds a bit ominous. It's the study of influencing and understanding human behavior, sometimes in manipulative ways. But we're not here to talk about how to manipulate. Instead, we're here to look at how we can use these insights in positive, mindful ways. And who better to guide us than Buddhist teachings? Buddhism teaches us self-mastery, self-awareness, and compassion, all things that can keep these techniques balanced and ethical. Our first technique is known as the art of silence, and it's one of the most powerful, subtle strategies you can use in communication. In psychology, silence often has an intriguing effect on people. When we stay quiet, people tend to feel the need to fill that space with words, often sharing more than they initially planned. This natural reaction to silence can reveal emotions, opinions, and thoughts that may not have come out otherwise. It's as if silence gently draws out what lies beneath the surface. However, while this technique is frequently mentioned in dark psychology as a way to gain information, Buddhist teachings bring a very different approach to the art of silence. Instead of using silence to manipulate or control, Buddhism teaches us to embrace silence as a path to deeper understanding and connection. In Buddhist philosophy, silence is not just the absence of sound. It is a conscious choice to pause and listen without agenda. This pause, this silence, is an opportunity to tune into the present moment fully, to observe without judgment, and to listen not only to the words being said, but also to the emotions, energies, and unspoken messages conveyed. Next time you find yourself in a conversation, especially one that is emotionally charged or sensitive, try practicing the Buddhist version of the art of silence. Take a moment to center yourself, focusing on your breath and letting go of any urge to immediately respond. Let your mind quiet down and just be fully present with the person in front of you. Observe their body language, their tone of voice, and the emotions behind their words. You may notice things you wouldn't have if you'd been focused on planning your next response. This technique does more than just create a comfortable space for the other person to open up. It builds a sense of trust because it shows that you're not rushing to speak, argue, or direct the conversation. Instead, you're showing that you value the person's words enough to give them your complete attention. In a world that often feels rushed, where everyone seems eager to share their opinion or get their point across, the act of simply listening can be incredibly powerful. It can be healing for the other person and enlightening for you, as it helps you see their perspectives and feelings more clearly. By practicing this kind of intentional, mindful silence, you're not only using the art of silence to create a meaningful connection, but also developing your own inner peace and patience. Over time, this practice can help you become a calmer, more grounded person. You'll find that you're no longer simply listening to reply, but listening to truly understand. And in this state, you can respond thoughtfully, wisely, and with compassion. So next time you're in a conversation, resist the urge to fill every gap with words. Instead, remember the art of silence as taught by Buddhism. Use silence as a tool for building trust and gaining a deeper understanding of the person you're with. You may be surprised at how much you learn, not only about others, but also about yourself. The second technique is known as mirroring behavior. In the realm of dark psychology, mirroring is commonly employed to create a sense of connection by subtly imitating someone's gestures, tone, or movements, which can make them feel more at ease and understood. However, when viewed through a Buddhist perspective, mirroring takes on a very different purpose. Instead of using it as a tool to influence or control, Buddhist practice emphasizes mirroring as a way to cultivate empathy and compassion. When you mirror someone's posture, tone, or overall energy, you're not doing so to manipulate them, but rather to show that you're genuinely present and attentive. This approach is about tuning into their energy with sincerity, which allows you to create a shared space of understanding and mutual respect. By resonating with them in this way, you demonstrate that you're not just physically there, but also emotionally aligned, creating a bond that feels natural and authentic. It's important to remember that authentic mirroring doesn't mean copying every gesture or word exactly. Instead, it's about finding a subtle alignment with the other person, engaging in a way that naturally reflects their state. This practice can help both of you feel more connected without any forced actions or intentions. When done genuinely, mirroring in this mindful manner builds trust and creates strong, meaningful connections that are rooted in respect and empathy. Over time, this can deepen your relationships and help foster a greater sense of unity with those around you. Our third technique is learning to read emotions. In dark psychology, this skill is often used to anticipate behavior and subtly influence others. By understanding someone's emotional state, it becomes easier to predict their actions or thoughts, which can be used for personal gain or manipulation. However, in contrast, Buddhist practice teaches us to approach the reading of emotions with mindfulness and compassion. Rather than using this skill for personal advantage, Buddhism encourages us to observe emotions as they arise in ourselves and others, without judgment. When we pay attention to the emotional cues in a conversation, whether it's a subtle shift in someone's tone or a change in their body language, we can begin to see beyond just their words. This awareness allows us to tune into what someone might be feeling or struggling with on a deeper level, helping us to respond more thoughtfully. Mindfully reading emotions involves not just noticing what someone is expressing outwardly, but also sensing the unspoken feelings they may be experiencing. By connecting with these underlying emotions, we can offer a more genuine and compassionate response. This ability to interpret subtle cues, whether it's a slight frown, a shift in posture, or a fleeting glance, strengthens our capacity for empathy. It allows us to offer real support that addresses the emotional needs of others, creating a deeper, more meaningful connection. When we approach emotions with this kind of mindfulness, we don't just react to what's being said. We respond with greater awareness, care, and understanding. This allows us to offer help that is truly aligned with the needs of the other person, building trust and deepening our relationships. The fourth technique is the power of suggestion. In dark psychology, suggestion is often used to subtly manipulate others, guiding them to think or act in a way that benefits the person making the suggestion. It's about planting an idea in someone's mind and leading them to believe it's their own. However, Buddhism presents a much more mindful approach to the power of suggestion, one that emphasizes using our words with care, kindness, and respect for others. Buddhism teaches us that our words carry immense power. Rather than using suggestion to control or coerce, we can use it as a tool to uplift and empower others. The way we phrase our suggestions can inspire confidence and encourage others to take positive action without feeling pressured or manipulated. For example, instead of saying, "You should do this," a more compassionate approach would be, "I believe in your ability to do this." This subtle shift transforms a simple suggestion into a message of support and encouragement. The power of suggestion, when used in this mindful way, becomes a way to motivate and guide others, helping them to see their own potential. It invites them to act out of their own volition, rather than because they feel forced or controlled. By framing our suggestions with positivity and belief in the other person's abilities, we can help them find the confidence they need to take the next step in their journey. This mindful use of suggestion aligns with Buddhist values of compassion, respect, and non attachment. Instead of using words to manipulate, we use them to help others grow, empowering them to take charge of their own actions and decisions. By offering suggestions with love and belief in others, we foster a supportive, collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and capable. The final and perhaps most crucial technique is mastering our own emotions. In dark psychology, self control is often viewed as a means to hide vulnerability or weakness. By keeping emotions tightly controlled, individuals may avoid showing any signs of emotional instability, believing this will give them more power in interactions. However, from a Buddhist perspective, self control is not about suppressing or hiding emotions. It's about understanding, accepting, and embracing them fully. Buddhism teaches that emotions are natural parts of our human experience, and instead of running from them, we should learn to observe and understand them without attachment or judgment. Mastering our own emotions, in this sense, means developing a deep awareness of what we are feeling in any given moment. It is not about forcing ourselves to suppress emotions, but allowing them to arise, acknowledging them, and then choosing how to respond with clarity and calmness. By cultivating emotional awareness and mindfulness, we learn to navigate the ups and downs of life with equanimity, rather than being swept away by our feelings. When we achieve mastery over our own minds, we no longer react impulsively or from a place of emotional imbalance. Instead, we interact with others from a space of inner peace, wisdom, and strength. This inner calm gives us the ability to engage with others in a way that is authentic and compassionate, without any need for manipulation or control. We lead by example, and our ability to remain steady and composed in difficult situations naturally influences others. Instead of imposing our will, we inspire others through our presence and the way we handle life's challenges. This genuine influence arises from a place of wisdom, not force, creating meaningful and lasting connections with those around us. So there you have it, 5 dark psychology tricks, reimagined through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. Remember, it's not about manipulating others. It's about understanding human nature and using it mindfully and ethically. Embrace these techniques with compassion, and you'll find yourself not only getting ahead, but also building deeper, more meaningful connections. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments how these techniques resonate with you. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for more insights on self-development and mindfulness. Together, let's keep growing wiser and kinder. See you in the next video.